I knew that this piece of the new Potion Dashboard V2 would be the hardest part, but I figured it out, so I'm going to show you what it was and how I did that. But first, I don't think I've shown this in video yet, is this new flow for creating a site. It just is a lot quicker. Put the Notion URL there, and it creates your site right away. Just hit continue, and boom, the site has been created just like that. Now the cool thing, and this is what is the hard piece, is in the background right now when I just created the site for the first time, my backend is kind of going through and creating a cache for all the pages in your website, so that then when you click edit site, it's all here, right when you go to kind of the live dashboard. So all these pages here, I had to kind of add to my cache. So now when I click around in this, it's all just super fast and quick because all these pages are in my cache. Now the tricky part is whenever I update Notion, I update like maybe pages in Notion, change things, I need to show that in my dashboard. So that's what this little indicator is over here. Every 20 seconds, it will re-update all the pages in this dashboard, and it'll be updating my cache. And you'll see at 0 seconds, it updates, has this nice little refresh animation, which I like that. And then it should grab everything that's new. So I'm on this, please see this. Let's go to that page, and you'll see this is the new stuff, update please. And if we jump over here, we should have just refreshed, and boom, there's all the new stuff, and now going forward, everything's up to date. Now I also had to do this for deleting pages, like if I wanted to go over here and I wanted to actually delete this page, or if I wanted to add a page, we'll delete this one, and let's do add page 6, let's call it. And so basically, you know, anything you do, those are kind of the three main things, right? Delete, update, and add. And it looks like we just added it, but funnily enough, it got the update before I completely added all this text, but don't worry, in 3 seconds, that will be up to date as well. And then also we should see that we're not seeing the please remove stuff as well. Here you can see there's the page 6. So yeah, it's just really cool, and I really think it's important to like let the user know. I got this idea of like having this kind of refresh info from Treasure's Marketplace, which is kind of cool. They did something kind of similar. Now in the code, this is kind of tricky because what I'm having to do is check for all the pages that are in Notion. So that's what I do here. I get all the pages that Notion has, and so this will get any new pages, or it will see that there's deleted pages. And so then that's what I'm doing here, where I'm going through all my cache pages and seeing if there's any pages that have been removed, and if so, I'll remove those. And then we go through all the pages. If anything has been updated by checking last edited time on the Notion data, it will then update my cache. Otherwise, it's a new page and we haven't had it before, and we create the page. So that's kind of on the code level how this works. And so there's a lot of testing that I had to do just to make sure I was doing this right, because I want everything to be up to date. And this cache for these pages is also the same cache that the actual websites are using as well, so that they can have fast data from Notion as well. And then the last part of this on the UI side, so that was my backend that we were just looking at. This is handling the state of the pages, and so this is every time I want to update the cache, I call the endpoint, backend endpoint, and then I'm only updating the local data based on that. And that's what this mutate is doing. And so this was really important too, to make sure I have my state correct and I'm not overriding data that maybe, you know, they were updating in the dashboard, but only updating the new pages and only the Notion data. And so that was really important to keep the state all working well locally before, you know, they save and update the actual database data. So yeah, this was like kind of one of the most important, hardest things, as I said, to kind of get right, to make sure my state was correct, to make sure all the data was up to date with all my cache data in Notion. And there's just kind of a lot going on. And so I feel really good that I've gotten this done, because now, as you can see, there's like a lot of data here in the Potion Dashboard V2, and I'm really getting close to kind of finishing things up.